What's up, big bro?
Man, chilling, man.
And the people want to know who that boy Christopher is. We don't look alike because we don't share the same father. So, if y'all wondering, because my mom was a whore. Da da da. What's up? We waiting on some more
I
people to
can't
get
hear
here.
you.
You can't hear me.
I can't hear you because somebody. There you go. I can hear you now.
Oh,
I can hear
what up? What up? What up? What up? I'm good. How are y'all? Hey, Miss Renee. How y'all doing? For those of y'all that's coming in and y'all don't know, a lot of y'all been watching my story when I talk about I went through CPS and my brother went to the group home. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, we understand what happened to you, but where's your brother? Where's your brother? Where's your brother?" Here we go. Here we go. Pretty good for this nice Saturday. Chris, you want to introduce yourself?
But
You
what you
don't know how to
want me with?
introduce yourself?
Nah, I'm. My name is Chris. 27. You know what I'm saying? Single black man, trying to get it, trying to hustle. I'm survivor to the finish. That's about it.
My little sister, I'm gonna have to try to get her on. She's a little different. All right, so bet. First off, this ain't no dating site. I don't know why you told these people you were single. You ain't looking for nobody. All right,
I'm not.
so we don't.
I'm just saying. You said no. Hey, introduce myself, sir. I'm introducing myself. That's what it is. And you can't
All
look,
right,
sir.
all right, all right.
I'm,
So let's just go ahead and jump right into it.
it's right.
So,
It's right into down and dirty. Come on.
so when they came and they took us from my or whatever, and instead of you going into further foster care with us, you know what I'm saying? How did you feel when they put me and Amber into a home and then they sent you to the group home? How did you feel about that?
I was mad angry. I ain't gonna lie. I was so very you know what I'm saying, mad, sad, and all the above because it's like they separate me from y'all. That was like I was like what, four or five at that time. Yeah.
No, you weren't 4 or 5 because I was 4 and 5. Me and Amber was 4 and 5. You was like 7, 8. What's up? What's up, Bradley? What's up? My
Yeah.
little brother's in here.
Okay. Yeah. It's
No, you good,
no.
you good. So, do you think that when that situation happened, like, okay, let's take it back. Do you remember when we was rolling down into the street and Eric came outside and when he saw you down at the bottom and he whooped you, how did that make you feel knowing that my father was not your father, but he was putting his hands on you?
I mean, it's just like I said. I wanted to. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I see him, I still wanted to, what I'm saying, be his tail though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting old. I'm older, but it make me feel kind of like mad, hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like very anger, full of anger. Because I still do got a lot of anger in me. You know what I'm saying? I do be tweaking. So yeah, yeah. It makes me very go hard. Yeah.
So that would answer my next question. So with everything that happened, knowing that you were older at the time, although I realized what was going on, but you were older at the time and you saw like what we were going through, but there was nothing you could do. Do you think your anger really stemmed from that? And how you decided that
Yeah,
you wanted to be a fighter, like, you
yeah.
know.
I ain't gonna lie. Me by doing that, it did separate me from y'all because they put me in a deeper in the system, and now I went through some shit doing that.
Mm, okay. So can you, if you remember, can you tell us about your experience in the group home?
So I've been through a lot of group homes, like
Right. So let's be more specific. The one when we came and visited you in Marshall when our foster parents brought us, and like whenever they would bring you back, bring you from the back, and like you would never just sit in the chair and talk to us or hug us. You would always get under the chair and just be barreled under there. So we would have to get
yeah,
on the floor and lay down and talk to you.
yeah.
So what was they doing to you back there?
Oh, torture. You know what I'm
Torture.
saying? Yeah, man. Like I advise nobody to be in the system. CPS. Like, there's no bueno for nobody. Like, for real. Like, that would mentally mess you up and dope you up for unnecessary pills and drugs and really make you crazy. Really realize in a young age. And they keep you because they want that money. The younger, the better you are. Like, seriously.
Okay. So, while you were in the system, at what point did you say like enough is enough? I gotta get out of here. Amber, what's up?
Oh, we talking about when I ran away? Well, shoot. That was when I ran away. We did 14, but I was at 14. I had to make up a plan. Like I said, enough is enough. And then that's when I asked our mama, to come get me. And I really wasn't supposed to be gone, but I did. And I did. But I came right back. That's a long story all by itself.
Right.
But yeah.
So you remember when I was 16, I got out of foster care and I came back to stay with mom. And
Uh-huh.
you were there, even though you were mom
Yeah.
was really like not on the same. Amber, go live so I can add you to the live. You have to go live, then I'll add you. You remember when I came back and I stayed with mom and she was dealing with Dexter at the time. And
Yeah.
when I went in the room and I told her, I was like, hey, Dexter's doing ABC, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that's my sister. And the next morning, we had gotten into this huge argument and she kicked me out in the streets. It was cold. It was raining. I had on a tank top, some shorts. I had my cell phone and I had on some slippers or some flip flops or whatever. And I was walking to
Yeah.
the store. What did you do that
Mm-hmm.
day when she kicked me out?
First and foremost, I was on the borderline of getting kicked out too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna
Right.
keep it above. Look, I've tried to just play my role because I'm the oldest, so it's like me come first. My mama, I do anything to my shit, nigga. I'm getting kicked out first. So I was in the bathroom taking a shower when I heard the whole incident. I just stay in the shower because I say if I do anything or try to do it, I'm getting kicked out too. like for real, it's that crucial. Oh
Yep.
God.
And when I took out walking to the store, you was running behind me with some clothes. To my sister, I brought you some clothes so you can put them on.
Yeah. I did. At least I was trying to catch you because I know you wasn't going that fast. I know I'm fast, so I know you were around the block, like in that little area on MLK Street or around, you know what I'm saying, around that little area street. I know you wasn't that far. So yeah, I had to make sure, man, because it's kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying?
It was
How
definitely
that,
messed up. So what do you
how that.
like? What are
Hmm?
you? What was going through your mind when that happened? I'm bringing Amber to the live too. They called you. I'll wait.
Hi,
You back?
hi. What's up now? Back now.
I said. So what was going through your mind at the time when you was like, "Dang, my mom just kicked my 16-year-old sister out. She don't know what she's doing. She came back thinking my mom would love her. Whatever, whatever. Here she is, going up
Yeah.
here finna run into the arms of a monster."
I can only, it was just, you know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, I was just hoping that you would be all right because it was like you 16. And, at that time, I was like, what, 7? Like, no, about 18. I was about 18.
16, so
And
you would have been like 18, 19. Yep.
I was about 18. And I was just like, dang, man, I hope she all right. Because I know how us men's is. Some be some weirdos. And I was thinking about, I hope she don't get kidnapped. I hope she, what I'm saying, everything is good and all that. Like, I was worried about you because, I love my sister, especially, what I'm saying, all of y'all. So it just, I I was really worried. I really was. Yeah.
Right.
You
So for
know?
everybody that's coming in, if y'all don't mind doing me a favor, double tap the screen. This is a live interview that people have been wanting. I have my big brother here that y'all been asking about. This is the little sister that I told y'all don't do nothing. She don't get in trouble. She don't do nothing. She the one that's like the golden child, right? So since we're all here, Amber, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Amber. I'm the baby girl.
No, you're not. Destiny's the baby girl.
Oh, besides her, I'm the baby of them.
Right. Is that it? That's all you have to say?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So since Amber is here, let me ask Amber a question. So Amber, when we lived in Jefferson on Gray Street, and that night I snuck away with Joseph, and I came back home to the police being there, and I was so adamant about telling Mama, I want to go back to my mom. I want to go back to my mom. What was going through your mind when I made when I said that and made that decision to go back?
I felt like that was the absolute worst decision that you could possibly make, being that, she had already gave us up. And that's already not even a red flag, a purple flag, that she gave us up. We in somebody else cares, so why in the hell would she go back? That
Right.
and then, but I was like, well, shoot, she's about to be 18, so she's grown. So she did what she want to do. She got to bump her head. You bump your head, and you learn.
Got you. So when you found out that I had left and I was sleeping in a car, I was homeless, I had gotten pregnant, I was going through domestic violence, I was in and out of jail. What was your thoughts around this time? Chris, I don't know if you knew about all those times I was dealing with this crap, but what were your thoughts, Amber, when you
Um,
found out that was going on?
Honestly, if I could, I would have beat his AAS ass, because no grown man should do a woman like that. But at the time, you were still young and dumb. We all been there, done that. Me too. But I can't just fault him. I can't just fault you. At the end of the day, y'all did it. But I didn't like how I couldn't do nothing about it, being that I was going through I was still in school. So I couldn't just say, well, let me get up and go get my sister. I didn't have a car. I didn't have the funds. But like, well, shoot, I can just go get her, put her in a hotel, even though she don't want to come back here. I no, I was not okay. I cried every night. I'm like, dang, where's my sister? When is she coming back? It's just me. And then Bradley, Bradley was the golden child. Bradley didn't do nothing wrong in my eyes at all. So me, I'm having to take all the beatings, all the anger off of Mama, which is understandable, but I had to take all that. I had to. Mama got down with counsel when she was in Jefferson. I had to endure all that. And I was like, dang, Sherelle gone. So now all the weight is on my shoulders.
I feel that. So that brings me to my next question. How was Ma dealing with it? Although she agreed and she said, all right, you want to go back and be with your biological mom? I'm going to take you. I ain't going to stop you. But how was she really processing that when I left and
She
she
was
found
not
out?
she was not well, I ain't gonna say she wasn't processing it and she didn't. It's just it took her some time, because she had you since she was 3, 4, 4, 5, one of them. But she only allowed it because one, she was already going through what she was going through, and she barely talked to us about that, but we knew what was going on. But she couldn't just come to agreement like, dang, I just let my child go. But being that you were about to be 18, she let you go. And it was many nights she stayed up crying. Many nights she fussed at me because she was taking her anger out on me, which is okay because she's a true mother. If she wasn't a true mother, she wouldn't sit up in the midnight hour praying for you, talking to me about it, like, dang, shut up already. Done is done. Was not was not. But eventually she really never got up. Even when we moved to Vivian, when you moved out, we moved to Vivian, she still, dang, I wish Sherelle would come back. I would say, well, Mama, she grown now. She grown. She grown. I can't make her come back. Bradley can't make her come back. You can't make her come back. She grown. You know how Sherelle is. Once Sherelle get that mindset, well, she ain't gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna do it. So still, even I think before Mama died, she probably was thinking about all that too. Because at the end of the day, all of us never was together. You was here. I was there. Bradley was there with her. Then you got Robin. Then you got Bernadette. We was all like this. We was never together. So she never came to the point where she can really process everything, because all she ever wanted was all of us together, but it never could happen because every time we get together, it's always you there. Then me, I'm always the peace in the situation. I don't be in it, but I be trying to, like, dang, Mama want this and that, but shoot, your head over here. Then you got the other kids, but I don't think she ever came to the point where she fully processed anything, because she was dealing with her cancer for them over all them years.
Gotcha. All right, so we're gonna take a break on that. Christopher, so you remember when I came to Dallas, right? I officially came to Dallas, but Jaylee was with her father. And I found you or whatever. I had my little juke, my little car. I had all my clothes and stuff in the back seat, and I was really like just trying to find a place to stay. And you were like, "Well, I've been crashing in my friend's house, da 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 da," and the one that was the teacher. And we went over to her house. And she was like, "Listen, I understand what you're trying to do. I understand what you've been through. You can stay here. You can do this. You can do that." At that time, when you realize you as the big brother, me as the little sister, and like, of course, you trying to get your life together. You gotta like, I gotta take care of me before I can try to take care of somebody else. What was going through your mind when you looked in my car and was like, damn, like she really living in her car?
I don't know. That's it was kind of weird to me. I don't expect that. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was like, when I first, you remember we was driving around too that day
Yep.
and all that. Like,
All night
dang,
we was driving.
yeah. And I was like, well, you could come stay. You know what I'm saying? My friend, allowed and stuff. I was trying to really was because I didn't want you to sleep in the car, and especially you had your kids with you. And I mean, not you had your kids with you. Yeah, because you dropped off Jake. So
Jalen,
yeah,
yeah.
it was just like, I didn't want you to sleep in the car. Like, I feel like no woman should sleep in the car, especially if a woman working hard and trying to, strive for greatness. That's not good at all. So, yeah, I was kind of hurt.
Overstood. So in your meantime, in the time frames where we were it was really just me, Amber, and Bradley, and then you were wherever you were. I don't know what was going on. So in that time frame where we were really just distance and not talking at all, what was going on in your life then? What was you doing?
Man, fighting.
I
I
believe.
was fighting, running away. Shoot, getting body slammed stuff on the CBS. Man,
Dang.
I was in major like I was in the top of the line like next step is jail basically. I've been to jail a couple times, but because man, it was like a lot of fighting, a lot of staff members body slamming people. I run away, I get slammed on the concrete, and I get chunked in the goddamn van. Like,
So
yeah, man.
basically, when we went through what we went through in CPS and those foster homes, you were getting it 10 times worse in the
Yeah,
system from the group home, the police officers, the detention officers.
I got abused for one of my foster people when I got adopted, my first adoption. I got from a principal slapping me with them paddles with the hose,
See,
spanking
now
me
that
and
was
stuff.
the part of the story I could never put together because I only really got to talk about how you actually went with us to our first foster home, but you fought the foster family. And so
Yeah,
that's where we got,
black eye. I gave them a black eye. That's why.
yeah, so that's where we got separated. And you went into the home until they found someone who could deal with someone as rowdy as yourself
Yeah,
instead of allowing you to go through what we went through. But
yeah.
ultimately, you ended up going through it worse.
Oh yeah, worse. So yeah. I went through like basically around all over Texas, basically. Damn near, I could say.
Yeah, because there would be
Shoot.
times when we talked to you, you were in Overton, you were in Beaumont, you were
Yeah,
Dallas,
yeah.
you were
I was,
everywhere. And
oh
it
yeah.
really
So
only got consistent when you moved to when they put you in that group home in Marshall. So we would come up every week and try to see you.
mm-hmm.
And by then, you were already mentally just like they had mentally fried you then. I won't say to a
Yeah,
permanent standpoint, but they had mentally like taking you there. Like you were just like
yeah.
a zombie.
Yeah, I was. I was fighting and fighting. And then I went to like mental hospitals, injected me. That's more time. And man, they really had me like on some think I'm really crazy, throw the fuck off. And I know I was had so much anger. So of
Right.
course they make you like you know what I'm saying, crazy and stuff and dope you up with drugs because that's gonna make you even more crazy and all
Right.
that. Like, yeah. So
So Amber, from what you can remember, because I can remember a lot, because I remember the time where you peed in the foster family's bed. They came in trying to whoop you, and I got on top of you like, no, don't hit her. Like hit me. She's a kid, even though I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? What was going through your mind when those I call them clear people because I just feel like white is just racist. But what was going through your mind when they were doing things to us that just was like unnecessary?
I think I was
If
like
you can remember, let me say that.
4. I do remember a lot. I was 4 then. Yep. And I'm like, dang, I'm only a child. One, I just learn how to stop peeing on myself. One, because we already going from this home,
House to
that
house.
home, this home, house to house. Like every 2 to 3 weeks, we being bounced around, and so I'm like, I'm already terrified. I'm already going through all this trauma because one, I had to watch me as a baby dragging along, I guess my little bear blanket I had, walking from my mama. Then I had to look at this clear lady, this black lady, this Mexican lady, and so I'm already confused. And then me being me, I had a bladder problem growing up, and so it was times where I was scared, and so I did not get up, and I know I peed on myself, but it was to the point where I was too scared to even move. Like if I moved the wrong way, if I said the wrong thing, or even if I said, "Oh, I was hungry," or "Can I go outside and play?" or blase blase, I feel like that will cause a trigger to them, and then boom, they come beat us, or they won't feed us, or this, that, and the other. So I don't know. Like it was too much going on. I was already traumatized. Like how can you traumatize already a traumatized person?
Right. People don't care. So y'all remember when we lived in Marshall? It was me, you, and Chris at the time. And me and Chris used to always go against everything that our parents said. Don't go outside. Don't open it up. Don't do this. Don't do that. Where me and Chris at? We outside running around the house playing tag, rolling up and down the hill. We just being badass kids. You know what I'm saying? You in the house just with your little bear, watching TV, making sure you don't get in trouble for nothing. When the CPS people showed up to the house, if y'all can remember, Chris was old enough. I remember it like yesterday. When they showed up to the house, and it was Chris that came in the house and got you because Janet and them was gone. When they showed up to the house, like what was going, like if y'all can remember, like what was you thinking at that time?
Even before they even stepped out the car, I was thinking like, hey, maybe it's just one of my friends, or maybe it's one of one of Eric's friends or something. So me being me, I looked out the blind because I'm not getting in trouble for nothing. So I seen y'all going down the hill, and I was like, oh, here come Chris. So I come outside, and they step out the car with their clipboards. I'm like, gotta go. Nope. And then here come mama around the corner. I was like, oh, something ain't right. She get out, you know how mama is. She get the fussing before she even think about anything clearly. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting back in this house. All I know is I get pulled by the arm. Come on, come with me. I'm like, what is going on?
I was fighting. I didn't care. I was like, I was bad. I ain't man, who y'all? I was. Man.
I remember
That's
the
why
story from when
got.
that's when Chris had got a whooping when he was found at the bottom of the hill. And when Mom made us go into the room, remember we shared that one room, the bunk beds.
Yeah.
Me and Amber slept together. And Chris was at the top talking about, man, I'm gonna kill him.
The black
I'm
bunk
gonna kill
bed.
him. Like going crazy. And I'm like, bro, chill. Like, just relax. It's okay, Chris. It's okay. And then Eric comes in like, you gonna do what? And then like immediately Chris just starts fighting. Like, bro,
that's his
like,
reaction to everything. He gonna swing before he talk.
Literally.
I don't care. I wish I tell people that, man. I changed a lot. I try to talk about it, man. I try.
Okay, so Amber, I don't know if you remember, but we was going back and forth to court. You remember that picture we took up there with the judge behind the podium?
I do remember that was Halloween. That was back when Bradley was born, 2001. That was right before Halloween because we got adopted Halloween nights. I remember that.
That was good. Boy, go on. Okay, so in that same setting, right? Chris was already sent off to the group home, and the judge had verbatimly asked do you want your kids or do you want this man? And when she chose him over us, I know how I felt, but do you remember how you felt? Just watching her walk in and out every time.
I was only 3, and so only thing that really could, I can even put together in my brain, being that I'm only 3, I'm a baby. Like, where's she going? Why every time she walk out the courtroom, why is her baby at the time her baby girl? Why am I not going with her? Or why when she come back, I can't go with her? And it's like, it was a constant thing. Every few days, we got to go to court. I'm like, okay, so when am I going home? When am I going home? When am I going home? So I was like, nope. The last time I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't. My mind is already discombobulated. Like, dang, I just want to go home and go get in my bed, but I got to stay here with these. I can't say white people, clear people, strangers.
All right. So when it came down to being adopted, of course, Chris, you wouldn't be able to speak on it because you were dealing with what you were dealing with at the time. So it wasn't even on your forefront of, I wonder what's going on with my siblings. You know what I'm saying? So
I was adopted with y'all though. That was the first one. I was adopted with y'all. I was supposed to be with y'all first.
Yeah. And then you ended up having to just cycle through all those homes. But when it got to the point of us being with the family that actually adopted us, the Hodge family, you know, they changed our names, they this and they that. We endured a lot of hardships with them as well. And it was more so just, I won't say the hardships now, but as a kid being told, oh, if y'all be bad, we're going to send y'all back to the state. Or we only got y'all for the money. Or whenever we would go over to the big sister house, instead of her feeding us real meals, we was eating toast with butter on it. Like it was a meal. You know what I'm saying? Getting told, don't touch my kids' snacks. Don't do this. Don't do that. Basically being treated like the outsider. But your mom just adopted us. So we're supposed to be treated like we're one of them. So when all of that was going on, Amber, and we were being told, don't go outside, sit here on this couch. Y'all watch whatever I put on TV. This, that, like, what were you thinking at the time?
Now then, I can say I don't remember some of those things. I'm not saying it didn't happen, not saying it did. But I just looked at it like, okay, we are in y'all house. We don't really belong to this family. Then I was young. I'm still 3. Y'all just adopted us. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to play my part.
And so as we got older and they, of course, living in the trailer house that we were living in, and they would come over and be like, y'all need to clean up. Y'all need to do this. My mama's sick and tired of y'all. My mama this. And now we, at this point, we older. So we're understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like my reaction to it all was, shit, I know how to fight. My brother know how to fight. I know how to fight. So I'm a fight. You know what I'm saying? You know me. I grew up rebellious. Every other day I was getting a whooping. When I slapped daddy, when I beatboxed on mama a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What was like, with my reaction to them and how they were treating us, what was your reaction to like, dang, what is Sherelle doing? She gonna get us killed. Like what was your reaction to that?
Being that, you know, I was always the peacemaker. I never just really did nothing. I never really retaliated to them. I never really said nothing. But it didn't say that I wasn't looking and listening and paying attention and being observant. But when you were retaliating like that, I'm like, Sherelle, what you trying to do? Go back to the state? Like, baby, pipe down just a little bit. Because every action, y'all, every time
send me where my brother is. I can go fight with him.
It can be good. It can be bad. Or it can be something that she needed to be chastised for. Her first instinct is, yeah, when she want to fight. I'm like, Sherelle, chill. It don't even make no sense. But I mean, yes, I'm not the type of person sitting and talk about nobody. I mean, yeah, they may have said some hurtful things, but me being me, I learned to, you know, forgive and forget.
You was a calm one. You was real calm.
On the other hand, that ain't me right there. These two, they don't forgive, they don't forget. They gonna go with they move and they gonna go on by their business. Me, I don't care, because at the end of the day, it is what it is to me. I don't care.
For those of y'all that are coming in, first off, thank y'all for listening. Do me a favor and just double tap the screen. For those of y'all who don't know, this is my big brother Christopher that I've been talking about. This is my little sister Amber. There's 3 more of us: Bradley, Eric, and Destiny. Hopefully one day I can get all of us on the screen together. But for now, we got these 2. All right, so Amber, I've been wanting to ask this for a very long time because I took that whooping for you like a G that day. But you remember in that room that we painted like the circus and you peed on the bed. And then you got down there in the bed with me like the pee wasn't going to leak through the bed. And they going to talk about, Sherelle, all you got to do is tell the truth. Sherelle, just tell the truth. I said, what am I telling the truth about, Amber? You peed. I didn't. I just called the damn phone.
Listen, y'all. One, I had already, still to this day, I have a bladder problem. Literally. I go to the back and forth to the doctor for it. But, you know, I'm thinking, like, dang. We had just moved in with them and got our room, and we bad. So we started painting. We pushed our bed together like a king size bed. Everything. You name it, We did
We did it.
So me, I'm already traumatized because we done been through about 30 homes, and then we got placed in here. I'm like, so if I get up in the middle of the night, even creep to the bathroom, am I gonna get a whooping? Or if I do this, do that, am I gonna get a whooping? So what I did, I laid there and kind of peed, but I was like, well, Sherelle don't pee on herself, so I'm gonna just get down there with her and make it look like that she did it because I didn't want to get a whooping. I never really got whoopings. It was always Bradley and Sherelle. I was always the perfect child. But still to this day, I did not get a whooping for what happened.
Oh my Jesus, boy. And I still remember that whooping to this day. God rest my mama's soul, but she told my ass up that day. Talking about, you gonna stop lying to me? You gonna stop lying to me? And I'm like, I ain't even do nothing. All right, Amber. So when I was being nosy, going through the foster paperwork and stuff of that caliber, right? And I found our biological mom's number before I even went back to her. And I told her that Bradley had this little shindig at the school. They should pull up. She said she was gonna bring Eric and she was gonna bring Disney. When I first heard of them two, I didn't know who they were, where they come from. We don't care. I want to see you. What was your thoughts when Janet pulled up to that school and our baby brother and baby sister popped out of there?
At first, I was like, dang, did you go adopt some more kids and you didn't have us? That's what I thought because we didn't know them. I didn't know that. I just knew us and Bradley. That's it. And so when they pulled up and they was like, hey, I'm like, so this what you doing now? You gave us up to go get some more kids? And then they was like, no, that's your sister and brother. I'm like, so you pushed us out. You gave us the way to go have some more. And I was like, dang, shoot, well, if that's the case, we can come home too, right? You got your kids. And so I was like, you know what? I don't know. I still to this day, how did you find that information? I never knew.
I was being nosy. You know that big old brown manila box mama had with all that
I've
paperwork?
always seen that, but I never touched it because I was too scared to touch it.
That means shit. I want to know what's going on.
Some of her information. I didn't know what was in there.
Man, I found her number and I was calling her. So that night, that same day that she met us, right? She went and got her cell phones. When we got the cell phones, we thought it was like a peace treaty. Like, okay, she bought her cell phones, we good. Right? We wasn't even in the car 30 minutes before our foster mom, or our adopted mom's oldest daughter, had scoped through our shit and took our cell phones. How you felt about losing your very first cell phone?
Hey, I don't know what them cell phones with. Man, I think that was the
I ain't no food cook.
I think that was the first BlackBerry phone that came out.
Good thing you came.
I think that's what it was. And as soon as we got the phones, I'm like, how did they figure out we got them? How? But when they took the phones, baby, and we never seen. I don't know if she trashed them. I don't know if she gave it to somebody.
Bobo said, "What's up, y'all?"
Hey, man.
What's up?
Don't put that on camera, though.
I know.
Oh, that's Bobo. That's my cousin. I'll ask him questions in a little bit. But dang. So is there anything that you guys want to say as far as all of this? Y'all know I've written 2 books about it. I talk about the pain that we went through all this time. But is there anything that y'all want to say about anything y'all have experienced, endured, or whatever the case is? Miss G said, "What's up?"
What's up? Man, where you get this from?
No, not really. I mean, because
because
at the end of the day, whether what I feel or how I feel like a situation should have ended out, it's kind of pointless because now Mama she went on with Jesus, and there was many questions that I wanted to ask Mama, like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why even allow it to get to the point to where that happened to us? But there's a lot of whys that needs to be answered, but nobody can answer them but Mama. I mean, Daddy can answer them, but Daddy, he's elderly now, and so I don't even want to go back to Daddy because at the end of the day, Daddy did what he did. He took care of us.
So that's another thing too. Hold on, Chris. I'm sorry,
but it's like now
Daddy was really like the peacemaker. He was the one that was always protecting us. Like, y'all ain't gonna talk to my kids like that. I ain't gonna get them for y'all to treat them like dogs. I ain't gonna get them for y'all to do this, for y'all to do that. So when we asked Daddy about the pain and stuff that they put us through, he wasn't going for none of that. He was just like, I don't want to talk about it because one thing about it, I'm gonna step behind anything that got my last name. Nobody heard that.
It's a lot of questions. I honestly want to go like that. Like, why?
You remember
Because
the
even
cookout we
after
had
before Mama died, I wish I could.
You remember the cookout we had at Brother House House? And
When?
somebody had said something to me, and they was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that belt and put it across your ass." And Daddy was like, "First things first, you ain't gonna touch my child. You're not gonna touch him. I'll take this cane and go to work on you." And from that moment forward, it was like, okay, Tom and Lee not playing about these kids. Anybody else might play about them, but he not playing about these kids. What was your thoughts on that though? Like, damn, you don't even know us.
I
You just
felt
got us
like
from
that.
a litter of kids.
Right, but that right there, that alone showed us that he genuinely was real about us, because a lot of men don't for girls. They step for children they don't know. But being, he did his main is to take care of us. And then for me to watch that, like, dang, okay, so my daddy ain't here. So now I got this man. Now I can open up to him. Now I can be the vulnerable little baby, because I'm still a baby, to him, to give him the access to really raise me. Because if I don't know you, I'm not gonna open up to you. You're not gonna put your me. Blase, blase. Still to this day, that's my dad. Eric, shit, I didn't see Eric in years. I don't know if he dead. I don't know if he,
He
knocked
alive.
off, or if he's still alive.
He alive. He's still alive.
He alive. When that man laid eyes on me his very first
Lord.
time, that nigga said, "Can you buy your daddy a car?" I said, "Boy, what I look like? The Honda dealership?"
And he's still alive.
Whatever you are, Dad. You probably buy me my first.
He's still in Arlington. He stay out here where I'm at.
No, that is Christopher. That's Chris. Bradley's not on here.
Oh, there you go.
So, this is another question I got. So now that we older, I'm 25, Chris is 28, Amber's 24.
I'm 27.
27, my bad. You'll be 28, goddamn. How do y'all feel about your mother now?
Janet?
Duh.
Well, in all honesty, I don't know what to feel, what to say, how to even move towards her, because me being me, I always been the one to tell the truth and don't care how nobody feel.